Hello friends and welcome to another episode of Crafting with Eggs. Last episode I provided you with a brief tour of the bay portion of our town and the building of our sugarcane farm. This episode we will continue the tour, visiting all the buildings that have been, before now, empty shells. And we have a lot of buildings to get to, so let's jump right into it. But first, a quick update. Due to, I think it was 3 unfortunate raids, the Khajiit merchants have all perished. And they weren't the only ones either. We unfortunately lost most of the wandering villager population that was supposed to add some life to this town, leaving us with only the librarians and one stubborn farmer who I will show you later on the tour that decided standing on a table was the safest thing to do, and he was right, so good on him. Now I want to show you, I promised that I would get around to decorating these individual houses. I have done so, and I'm ready to show you. So here's the first place that I built, and I really hope you enjoy my decorating. So this place used to be home to a couple of shepherds. That's why we have the 3 looms here. Nice clock on the wall. They got the curtains going on. Just some light decoration around here. And if you recognize this picture, please post down in the comments what movie this is from. And I am proud to say there will be many more. See it? Do you see it? Yes. And then this is the little study area. I got a map of the immediate town, and this is actually before adding quite a few buildings, so that's an old map, which is kind of neat. But yes, this is the study, and what I was trying to do with one of the data packs we wanted to have included in this, armor stands, or armor statues I believe the name of it is, was to have things like this, the books. With that data pack, you can place the books, more or less, through some manipulation, directly on objects without using item frames, and so 1, it would look more realistic, and 2, I wouldn't need to make a billion item frames. But since we don't have that working, this is kind of what we're stuck with for the time being, so you will see a lot of decoration like that as we go through the buildings on this tour. And then just a little something up here, nothing too special, except maybe this. And I did replace this floor with dark oak wood planks as opposed to the somewhat cringy glazed terracotta design that was out there before. So that was the shepherd's house. Let's move on to the second building that we put up. And this was home to a butcher using the smoker as the workstation here, and a leather worker using the cauldron. So yeah, we got the first floor. You got the little kitchen, some counter space, bowl. These are cabinets. You can actually use them for storage since they're barrels put onto their side. A little vent here, and then a spice rack, very, very classy. That's about it for the first floor. Let's move on up to the second floor, and we have first the Total Nerd Boss Room. We went with a blue-gray theme in here, including our art. And yeah, it's just designed to be kind of a little boy's room. We got the wooden sword here. Favorite mob is the Enderman, and a couple more pictures here. Another new one, some of you may recognize. And then over here we have Small Villagers' room for an adorable little girl's room here. A lot of the ideas for the decoration in this room came from a hermit on the Hermitcraft server by the name of B000, or excuse me, B00100, where he did a bedroom for Doc Ep.7, who requested that B00 make him a master bedroom, but he failed to say what colors he wanted using it. So he ended up getting a pink and white room, and that's where a lot of the inspiration for this room came from. And here's some more pictures that some of you may recognize. And I forgot to bring in ladders. We will go up there. There's actually an attic. We will go up there after we finish the tour. You know what? No, let's go right now. I just got to grab some ladders really quick. And I had to remove these ladders because the villagers that were living in here first got stuck on top of the ladder staring at each other. And then even after I removed the ladders and moved them around, they decided to jump up on these wooden planks on either side of the flower pot and just stare at each other. So kind of obnoxious. But as you can see, we have some interesting decor here with the cobwebs placed throughout the attic, as well as these dead corals to serve as dust bunnies, and then some plants that weren't cared for and whatnot. Oh, and then a old love seat that's been worn down a little bit, indicated by the differing colors of wood used. So yeah, it's been fun just playing around with different techniques to try to add some character to the individual spaces. This is the third building that we put together. It was meant to be a two apartments above the common area. This is the common area here. Again, another little kitchenette area. A lot of the same stuff as in the kitchen over in the previous building, but without the item frames on the cabinets this time because they would interfere in the corner here, so we can't really do that. But we got a few cutting boards using wooden pressure plates. The countertop actually changes if you're looking for this look as opposed to the white concrete. This is just white concrete powder. I think it adds a really interesting, I almost prefer the white concrete powder to the white concrete. And then a little composter here if they're environmentally friendly with the cap. Here we got a dining table that is made out of spruce trapdoors. Kind of a unique thing to use. And then a little reading area. And finally, I'll fix that. Finally, a large map of the area. Again, this is an older one. It doesn't include the 4 buildings that are over here that I'll be showing you after this one. And it also doesn't include the start of the new building we're putting in this huge area, which is going to be a warehouse. But we'll talk about that later as well. Here's the stairwell, and let's start on the top floor. Here is that farmer I was talking about who survived the 3 raids by standing on top of his dining table. So I guess he's a genius, even though he's stuck and can't figure out how to get to his bed here. And I have to say, I think this bed is by far my favorite creation, decoration-wise so far. I just really like the way that the different woods come together and the green banners and beds. It's just, oh, I love it. And it's designed to be, shared by a husband and wife, boyfriend, girlfriend kind of space. They each have their own closet, white shirt, denim jeans, and some gray sneakers. And then, yeah, I mean, whatever you want it to be, really. But just using some dyed leather armor to kind of add some character to it. A little bit of makeup here. A llama doll. And more art that you may or may not recognize on either side. I'm pretty excited to have all those added in. And then a few coat hooks on the side here with tripwire, what are they called? Tripwire hooks, I believe. I don't know. And then on the second floor, we have more of the same tripwire hooks, and then the birch trapdoors as kind of a divider. So when people walk in, guests walk in, they don't right away see what's going on in here. We got the desk another sort of closet with this man's business suit. And then, yeah, just some various decoration, whatever I could find that looked like it would spruce the place up a little bit. Yeah. I'm not sure there's much more to say about that space. So let's head over to the new development, which I actually didn't show any of. Well, we better go get the day reset here first. I'll sleep with my ladder. Alright, now we got some daylight. Let's take a quick look at this from the outside first, actually. So these are the new buildings I put up. I didn't show anything about building these. I just put them up over between this last episode and this episode. So we have 4 new buildings in the residential district here, all of the varying heights. And they follow the same general design as all the other ones. With the striped terracotta walls, the dark oak trim, vines, banners. Nothing too spectacular there, nothing new to really show. So here is the first room, and Zoomy Cat. But this is designed to be an aspiring adventurer's little place. You know, he's got where he can make his own ore, tools, a little cartographer table for navigating, crafting table with the anvil and grindstone as well. And then just a small chest to store all of his wares. His or her wares. Whoever the adventurer is. So that's kind of a fun room. And then we'll go in order from the smallest to the largest one. So this is the next one. Probably another one of my favorites. The magenta, purple, and black wools really go well together. And the idea here was for this room to be sort of a seamstress's living quarters, and the best things I could think to come up with that were kind of advertising the type of clothes this individual could put together and the banners that they could make for customers. So just some interesting designs there. And then in this really small loft area is spare materials undyed for when customers come in with requests. So yeah, this is another one of my favorite spaces, just the way that these colors come together in general, and these banners. Oh, cool. The next largest building is this one. This is actually a full 2 stories. And this is a little fisherman home, I guess you could say. They got the smoker to make some smoked fish, and we got another composter, and I just saw the Zoomy Cat go by. Yep, there it is. Some barrels so that they can actually have a crafting station, and these are just barrels to store the raw fish that they catch in. There's nothing in them right now, but I'm sure you get the idea what it's there for, labeling. And this is the kids' room. For this, I try to add just a lot of different colors. It seemed like a good way to give the vibe that it's a kids' room, and then just this like play brick wall here to prevent them from running off the edge. And this is interesting because the other pot that we planted these mushrooms in, they came in as 3, and this is only 1. So that's I might change that out later. I don't know. But then we have some more unique art, all the 4 of these together. And if you haven't guessed yet, yes, I am a fan of anime. So in the resource pack, I recreated all of the pictures in Minecraft and replaced them with anime images. So you'll be seeing a lot of those around these builds, these decorative builds. So yeah, kid space, pretty cool. And now for the last one, I actually don't know if we can get back there this way. I don't think we can. Let's see if we can make it through here. I actually don't know if this is going to be possible. Yes, okay. And this last room is just supposed to be sort of a florist's space, I suppose. And yeah, we just got different types of plants here in the pots. And if you didn't know, these are all things that can go in pots. Bamboo, ferns, cactus, and brown mushrooms next to the composter and the cauldron here. I really thought the smooth stone helped to add some interest to this little area. So that's why I went with that over any other stone. And then upstairs we have another sort of kids room, and this is a rather popular anime that I see on the front page of VRV's app. If you haven't watched it, by the way, it's excellent. It's, I believe, the first sports anime I've watched, and yeah, really good, really entertaining. And these are supposed to, I don't know. I was thinking cupboards, but maybe it's just more of an accent with the item frames on the front of this stripped birch logs. And then the third story of this one is another attic space utilizing cobwebs, and I think I put a damaged anvil up here. I still need to add the dust bunnies, so I'll have to get some coral and bring that out here, but the nearest warm ocean is a long ways away, so it may be a bit before I get around to doing that. Now we've gone over all those, I think. Yeah, it's basically all the buildings that I have decorated. As you can see here, this is the newest project I'm working on. Still very early in the process, but it is going to be the new storage facility, since having all those shulker chests up there is rather dangerous. I keep getting just a little too far into the evenings where mobs will spawn, and there's been a few close calls now where creepers have come by and almost blown everything up. So I think it's best that we get all the materials into a safer storage location. I want to show you this too because this seems kind of interesting to me. Our sugarcane flying machine broke. This must have been from disconnecting while it was running and the server shut down, so we'll have to have our resident flying machine expert, the letter carrier, come back and repair this because I don't actually know how. But the iron farm is still running all good and well. We've had to empty it out a couple times now, which is a good thing. And since we're talking about the letter carrier, let's make a quick trip over and see what he's been working on. You may notice that the wheat fields are substantially larger than they were before, and we're still working on making them bigger. So, you know, I'll give you a progress update as we increase its size, and I don't know how big we're going to go with it yet, but it's going to be substantial for sure. And this area over here is his newest project, an automatic melon and pumpkin farm with the melons and pumpkins kind of spread out randomly for decoration, which is quite neat. And we even have these mini melons, and I don't know if the pumpkins are out here right now or not, but we also have mini pumpkins. Oops. We'll fix that. We'll fix that, I promise. But yes, we have some mini pumpkins too that we'll add in around the area to kind of give it some interest. Did y'all see that? Pretty cool, right? It took him a long time, but the letter carrier wanted to come up with a unique way to do a multi-story collection system. And rather than just having the minecart go up some angled tracks a normal boring way, he came up with this unique design that actually senses when the minecart is coming up to this. I don't know if I can get a better view there. the slime piston here, and it should be here any moment. Yep. It launches it up, and another slime piston puts it on a track above, where it goes around underneath that field, and then drops off from this minecart track here, and goes along this really cool bridge. Oops, that's backwards. This really cool bridge that he's put together. However, it's still not fully 100% scrambled eggs proof. It's not safe from my curse completely, because every once in a while a wandering trader will come passing through here, and that minecart will land directly on top of the wandering trader or run into his llamas and stop it here. So we do still have some issues. I'm not quite sure if he intends to further protect it from that kind of shenanigans, or if that's going to be the finished project right there. So we'll have to wait and see. But it's always exciting to see what kind of unique contraptions that the letter carrier will come up with. There we go. Now the reset the day. The last place that we are going to visit is our newest member, April Sunshine's creations up here. And the first one directly behind this last building that I made in the last episode, we have this 3-story, might even be 4-story guild hall. I haven't been in it yet. Or Adventurers Guild. Here we go. There we go. And it follows most of the same decoration on the outside with the striped terracotta, the accents, and the dark oak, banners and vines. But there is a little unique touch out front here, which is really cool, utilizing pillager heads from the raids that have caused us so many problems. So let's see what we have. This is my first time being in here, so I'm going to explore with you guys. Oh, wow. This is really neat. What is this? Whoa. Guild members only. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. I don't know if I'm a guild member. We'll just take a peek. We'll just take a quick peek. I'm sure it'll be fine. Workshop this way. Mine and storage that way. Okay. Neat. So we got a whole bunch of looms around here. Bunch of grindstones, a composter, we got a stone cutter and some blast furnaces tucked away into the wall. This is really cool. These dark oak fences, oh my gosh. That is an excellent touch. I love that. Oh. You know, I don't think I've ever made a basement in any of my builds before. And after seeing this, I think I need to start. This is really cool. So mine and storage, okay. Trophies chest. Oh. There's a few that are already nice. Very nice. Oh, we just got some general storage. Okay, okay. Danger mine entrance. Ah, okay. So this is for a leads into a natural generated mine that is under the town. So that's a nice way to access it, because we've actually had to cover it up a few times now. Where this new warehouse is going up, under the corner over there, is where the mine used to show up on the surface, but we kept having mobs come out and cause problems from there, so we sealed it up, and obviously now there's a building on top of it. But let's continue exploring. Yeah, we haven't been to the side yet. This is neat though. Look at this. Nice little commons area. We got a couple of wither heads. I suppose at some point we'll have to replace this. We'll have to kill some more withers first, but replace it with all 4 wither heads. And I think that would look really cool, because there are 4 different wither head drops that we can get. I think the first 2 we got here are invulnerable and just the basic wither head, if I recall correctly. We got the dragon here. That's pretty cool. Pretty cool. I like it. Guild members only past this point. Okay. I like this. I'm not sure if this is intended as a dining area or a meeting area. Regardless, it's a nice little spot we got here. And then let's check out the other side. Enchanting area, very nice, very nice. I'm not quite sure if this is supposed to be something in particular, or if this is still waiting for a little more attention. Maybe it's supposed to be storage for additional lapis and books for when you're enchanting, or maybe it's supposed to be a changing room. Whoops. Well, I'm just launching fireworks off. But that's a neat little space regardless. Up here, Adventurers Guild message and job board. Very neat. I suppose you just put stuff up on these signs here whenever you have a job you want completed or a message to leave, so that's kind of neat. Guild member quarters, guild member job ledger. Oh, I guess this is where you put the jobs. All right. All completed jobs will be credited here. Very nice, very nice. Enter only when doors are open. Guild leader's office. Oh, we better not go in there. That's I don't know if we're a member, but I know we're definitely not the leader, so we'll hold off on that. We'll save that for another episode. Guild member quarters. We'll poke our head in here real quick. Ah, okay. Little place to crash your head after a long days of adventuring if you don't own a house, which I suppose is kind of up in the air right now. There are a lot of free houses since most of the villagers died, so if any of the other players wanted to claim one of the houses as their own, I guess there's really no issue with that now. Not gonna be any villagers fighting them for the spaces. So, but that's really cool. So that's April Sunshine's Adventurers Guild. A very neat addition. I'm back here, still missing a door due to the raid. It was the last raid. One of these doors actually got bashed in, so. But this is some really neat design that I haven't seen yet. I like it. It's I don't know if conservatory is the right word. Maybe it is, maybe it's not. But this is a really neat space right here. I didn't even know vines could grow down a waterfall. That's a really neat look. Up on the side wings. Looks like a future development site up here. Overlooks that. Very cool, very cool. And off on the other side, a little farm with a skylight. That is really, really neat. I suppose these are mini bridges to get across and harvest the crops. Very, very cool. And yeah, definitely a future build site here. So yeah, so it looks like this area is still in progress. And we'll have to check on that later once it's more completed. Now is there anything else? I don't think so. I think that concludes the tour of what we have done so far. I do want to say we have potential plans for this area. I'm still not entirely sure what it is. I know the letter carrier is working on a slime farm. I think it's down there. It looks like a lot of slime to me, so I'm guessing that's what's over there. But we do have an idea, a plan of what we might build out there. I don't know how long it'll take us though, so don't be expecting it in the next couple episodes. It may take us several to get it put together. But plans, we have them. You'll see them eventually. If you have made it this far, then thank you for your time and attention. I know this video was longer than any of my previous ones, but I was eager to reveal all of the hard work I've been putting into the decorating and wanted to share it all in this one episode. I really hope you enjoyed it and that I was able to share some decorating inspiration for at least a few of you watching. If you did enjoy it, then please hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already for more content. The playlist box will be on screen here, so you can click it and watch my other Let's Play videos in the series if you haven't already. Until next time, keep crafting, my friends.